Hello and welcome back to Death for All, and we're speaking to UNQID here because of course we want to become a vassal with the Aserai, and so we're going to say, I'd like to enter your service, sir, and obviously if you are clan tier 1 you can become a mercenary straight away. However, we wanted to wait until we were clan tier 2 to become a vassal, and there's obviously a reason for that. Level up our charm skill just that much faster, or at least I hope so, and let's do this. Here we go. I am ready to become a vassal. Now, hopefully they're going to be at war against some people. He is actually giving me some troops, which is quite nice, surprisingly enough. And he's also giving me a horse, and we do have... Ooh, now this is actually really nice, in my opinion. This is a wonderful banner for us. I'm going to be using this banner straight away, actually, because this is going to decrease our ranged accuracy penalty by 6%. I think that's actually pretty significant for what it is. And there we go. We're now becoming, you know, a vassal on the 15th day of summer. Yes, indeed. There we are. Wonderful. All right. So we will now be off, and we're going to take a look and see if there's anyone at war against us. Yes. There are actually 2 factions at war against us. Okay, that's good to know. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to try to recruit as many noble units as I can get my hands on, because they are going to be the main driving force for any kind of victory that we will see in the near future. So that's the reason why I do need to get some more war horses, as you can see. So I'm thinking, let's actually just see if there's an escort caravan mission, because if there's an escort caravan mission, we should be able to... army of poachers? I guess this is okay. This is not terrible, so we might just go ahead and do this. Obviously, this is not the most amazing, but, you know, it's going to be relatively decent, I guess. Anyway, as you can see, our charm skill has just skyrocketed just from becoming a vassal, as you can see right there. And now we get the opportunity to get plus 30% influence gain from battles, or you can get plus 1 renown and plus 1 influence for each issue resolved. That means tasks, I assume. I've actually never ever taken this before, so that's obviously a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I just think that the 30% is much more scalable whenever you're in a battle situation. Whenever you become a vassal, whenever you become a mercenary, you're more than likely going to get more influence from battles than you are from doing tasks. The only way that I would say this is actually any good is if you were to play a trading character, or a character such as like a Bannerlord or something like that, where you have Forbury installed. If you have Forbury installed, then this is actually okay, because you're going to be doing very few actual battles on the field, and instead you're going to be doing quite a few more tasks for gang leaders and so on. So that can actually make a pretty big difference. But we're going to be taking Warlord here, it kind of makes sense. And otherwise we will be also going for meaningful favors, because a plus 10% chance for double persuasion success is definitely what I want to go for. There's also a typo in that perk, which is rather amusing, but I'm sure they're going to fix that at some point. Anyway, it doesn't really matter anyway at the best of times, does it? It's just a typo, who cares, right? Anyway, let's just see whether we will get the poachers coming in. They will be coming in, but the thing is, do we want to fight them? That's the question. Do we want to fight them, or do we want to just persuade them? I don't know. I'd kind of like to level my troops a little bit, so I'm gonna actually fight them. This might result in some bad things happening. Just bear that in mind. All right, so we got Soren there, obviously, and we also have our wife, our spouse here. So yeah, the problem is, do we have any horse archers? We do. Well, we might as well make her a horse archer then. Why not? Alright, that's perfect. Okay, so she's actually not gotten pregnant just yet either, which is not ideal, but we'll just have to continue crossing our fingers and hoping that that's going to happen, because otherwise we're going to be in a bit of a tough spot in a multitude of different ways, because let's just say that the worst happens and we actually end up losing a battle, and we lose the battle so handily that both myself and my spouse are eliminated. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the absolute travesty that would be? That would be really, really terrible. But nice headshot right there. Can I get some more of that, please? Yeah, well, we can do some more damage at least. Nice. Okay, I'm just going to get up my sword here, try to do some damage. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what we like. And, yeah, it's going to be pretty simple to eliminate these guys, but that's, of course, the main reason why we went in here, because we literally just want a slightly easier time just to level up some of these recruits, just to get them embroiled in battle, and hopefully to get some additional experience for some of our noble units, our newly recruited noble units too, because that's actually going to make a significant difference to our overall power when we start going into vassal battles too, because having slightly higher level of people like noble units, or just generally just having a slightly higher tier of troop is really going to make a huge difference. It really is. Anyway, we are now actually starting to get 5.7 renown, or influence, shall we say, and that's actually making a huge difference too, because any single time we are going to gain influence now, I mean, look at this, I've got 15 influence already. That is extremely quick, and hopefully we're going to be able to continue with that. Oh, landlord needs access to the commons. I actually don't know about this. I guess we'll do it. Why not? I can get your herdsmen to the pastures. Okay. We need to go over here. Right. Okay, I'm a bit worried about this for a real quick second, because I think I failed one of these before. Aha. Yes, hello. Okay, so these are looters, basically. So we're just going to say you could take your grievances to the Lord, the buyer has rights, and so on and so forth. And there we have it. Okay, so technically I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't have to fight them, to be honest, because I thought they maybe had reworked that particular quest, but no, it doesn't seem like it. But you can see here how quickly, possibly, the influence and the renown from this would have been gathered, because you could see the previous thing. You saw the previous amount that we had. We literally had 30% from whatever we made in the battle, so 30% extra from whatever we made, and we made 5.7, but we just completed 2 tasks, and that would have given me an extra 2 renown and an extra 2 influence if I had taken this perk instead. So it's very worthwhile kind of determining whether you are gonna do a lot more tasks, or whether you're gonna go into a lot more battle situations. So it's a good idea to kind of take stock of that. Anyway, I'm going to be taking plus 50% recruitment rate of tier 4 plus prisoners. Of course, that is much better than anything else that we have available at the moment. And we're going to be probably leveling up our athletics skill or our one-handed. I actually don't know. Scouting's actually pretty decent as well. My scouting is actually not bad, hilariously enough. I'm kind of surprised about that. But I guess we will go for athletics. We'll go for another point in vigor here as well. And there we have it. Okay. That seems pretty decent. Okay, so we're just going to continue onward here. I'm going to try to go to one of the... Let's go... wait a minute. There is actually a tournament going on here at Aserai. It would be pretty cool if we could do this. Should we sell some stuff? Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, we'll just sell all of that, sell all of this, and we could technically sell all of that as well. So there's another 5,000. And we're just going to wait until the next day, and then we're going to head into the tournament. Obviously, it's not really going to provide us with a huge amount of rewards, but generally having the reward itself, whatever it might be, so in this case it's a polearm, that is pretty okay. You know, it's fine, because it's going to give us the ability to sell it, and we can probably make about 1,000 gold from that, which is quite nice. I wouldn't say that that's amazing, of course, but it's definitely better than nothing. And you know, we could be getting a horse. I mean, there is actually a horse available in our inventory right now, hilariously enough, because UNQID did actually give us one, so we got to remember that. And as far as I'm aware, we can sell it for a decent-ish amount. Surprisingly enough, Canar is wanting to fight us. Oh, this is not going to work out for you, sir. I'm terribly sorry. There we go. That was very, very simple indeed. But now we have a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can do something here. Yeah, not bad. Solid start. However, this guy has thrown weapons, and he could potentially eliminate me very fast indeed. However, I am harassing him quite nicely. 19 damage there. Can we actually... He's got about 40 HP remaining. Not a big fan. Oh, really? He's on his last legs. There we go. Alright, didn't really need to go for the head slash there, but I decided to make it even more difficult for myself for some reason. Don't know why I did that, but there you go. That's my MO, isn't it? I literally just decide, oh yes, you know what? He only needs another, you know, soft breeze to knock him over, but no. I will literally just try for the critical hit, which is not something you really want in that situation, do you? You know, you want to just have the easiest time possible, or shall we say, the most efficient time possible. Nice. Oh, that was a nice hit, yes. If only I'd gotten the headshot, or shall we say the head slash, that would have been much, much better, but you can't always get what you want, especially when it comes to Aserai tournaments. Yes, indeed. Oh no, please, have I just jinxed myself right there? You know, just jinxed myself basically saying, oh yeah, you can't always get what you want, and what we want is a victory, of course. However, this guy is a... okay, yeah, he was actually aiming at me. That could have gone badly. He could have hit my my person there instead of my horse. But no, he seems to be aiming at someone else, which is decent. He is a palace guard, so he is quite dangerous. Thankfully, he's using a spear. Oh, yeah, that didn't really work out too well for him, did it? No, not at all. Nice. Yeah, these guys, yeah, they don't really know how to fight with one-handed. Weirdly enough, I'm actually surprised about that. I would have expected them to be really good at one-handed combat, especially on a mount. But they turn out not to be. Very strangely enough. There we go. One more. There we are. Nice. Okay. Now I can hopefully... Oh, that could have gone badly. Oh, okay, yeah. I literally tensed so hard right there. I was literally like, oh no, I tensed up, and I was like, oh no, is he gonna hit me in the head with this thrown weapon? No, thankfully it's all good. You know, thankfully we're fine. All right, so it's not even 1,000. Wow. I was actually hoping that it would be about 1,000, but no, we're getting a very small amount from this, which is pretty sad. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, we do have a mercenary vassal over here, and I'm actually thinking that we will attack them. Yeah, I think we will attack them, but I'm just gonna ransom some people right now. Just gonna be a bit careful here. Okay, yeah, so have I leveled up all of my people? Yeah, I mean, technically it would be good. Is he running away from me? He is actually running away from me, so that means I do have a slight advantage in combat strength, according to him, at least.
Stop that. Who are you?
Ooh, I'm actually really weirded out by this because he's got decent power levels. Let me actually just take a quick look here. What does he even have? Okay, so he's got some camel riders. He's got some axemen. He does have some noble units, slightly. All right, let's do it. I am very worried about this, suffice it to say. Very, very worried about this, but let's just try our best, shall we? I think we can probably do all right. We've got a decent amount of cavalry, and let's just try to use strategy as much as we can here. So I'm just going to move my forces into a decent-ish position. That's obviously the first step on the way to victory, as best as we can here. And otherwise, we're just going to make our way over to the opponent. I'm not going to really try too much audaciousness here. I'm just going to try and hit a couple if I can. And if I don't, then that's absolutely fine as well. Don't really care too much about getting kills right now. I just want to do a little bit of damage just to make use of my ranged skills. That's pretty much it. And just to try and avoid getting myself murdered at the same time, please. Oh, there we go. One of the noble units has already been eliminated. That's perfect. Nice, good damage. Not terrible, but, you know, not great either. Gonna tell everyone of our cavalry to charge in here. Let me see if I can catch up to this guy. Or maybe I can do a nice little cross slash against this one. Might be able to. No, seems like they're a bit too fast. And I'm gonna need to tell my cavalry to hold position now. sadly enough. I kind of wanted to go in straight away there. Ah, no, wait a minute. The enemy's cavalry is now coming back in. Alright, let me see. Gotta be careful. Don't want to get hit by any of these thrown weapons. Okay, here we go. Now we can tell them to charge in once more. Okay, these guys... Oh, yeah, we do lots of damage to them. That's nice. We can hopefully make sure that we injure them just ever so slightly. Nothing too little here. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Hopefully we can get more. Nope. Unlucky that they are actually on camels, because the camels are making it much harder for us to hit them, surprisingly enough. Because the camels do have a much higher, I want to call it ground clearance, but it's not really that, is it? No, but they just have a much higher saddle level, I guess you could call it. But yeah, anyway, hopefully we can continue to do damage against them. As you can see, they've actually lost a lot of combat strength already, just from them losing a bunch of their cavalry here. I'm going to actually ask my cavalry not to charge in just yet. As you can see, they have charged in a little bit too close to the enemy, which is really not very good, because they're now being stopped by the various polearm users on the enemy side. Thankfully, there we go. We're continuing to get kills of the enemy's cavalry. I still have 17 arrows, so we should probably make good use of them, shouldn't we? I just shot a horse. Well, that's not exactly what I intended. There we go. Nice headshot against one of their units. Hopefully we can get some more of that, please. Thank you. Okay, I hit one of my own, which is, of course, what is every single time going to happen. I'm always very good at that. And we're just going to wade in there a little bit here. Unfortunately, it seems like my my opponent is very good at what they do. Oh my. Are we going to lose this? This is not looking good, actually. Okay. Okay. Oh no. This is bad. Is it bad? Are we going to win? We might win. Yeah, we might. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to win. But I am very worried now. I am very worried about if we've lost any NPCs. Have we lost anyone? No. Just the enemy. Whew. Okay, so hilariously enough, our spouse was actually alive. She lived through the entirety of this battle, which is very good, of course, because otherwise I have to go through that whole ordeal again, and that would be pretty bad. But thankfully, no, we are okay, and we can now rescue a couple of troops here. 34 prisoners, very nice indeed to see all those, and we can just level up all of these too. There we go, as many of them as possible. We are over the prisoner limit, of course. Oh wow, these are fantastic shoulders, great, very nice to see them too, and hopefully we can continue to upgrade our people here. No, I'm not going to do anything with that. The shield is actually pretty good. Yep, going to be using that. This is actually one of my favorite shields. It might look really ugly in the way that the texture is done, because obviously it's meant to look a little bit worn and a little bit like, you know, it's an actual shield that's been used in combat. But from a statistics standpoint and from a size standpoint, it is very nice, or at least I think it's very nice. Anyway, we're going to just do a little bit of swapping around here. There we go. He can get better body armor. Better body armor for her as well. There we are. Okay, we can get a shield for her too. Might as well, just in case. You never know when she's going to need it. And we got a war camel here as well, but I'm not really going to be using that. And so here we go. Wonderful. All right, so now we can head back to Aserai. Hopefully I'll be able to head back there before we lose all of our prisoners. It's highly unlikely, but I'm going to sell them all for 1900. Pretty decent. And then we can basically sell all of these other fellows as well. Well, all of the other loot that we have available here, including these throwing axes. The throwing axes are pretty significant to sell, which is always nice. And we can sell the rest of this as well for another 8,000. There we go. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to try to earn as much money as possible. Let's just see what else we have here. So here's the thing. If we have a lot of money, I'm going to be investing that money in purchasing war horses. That is the main source. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. Look at that. We have now gotten our spouse pregnant, which is wonderful. That means that we will have our first child in not too long. I'm not sure how long it's actually going to take, but it shouldn't take that long, hopefully. And hopefully she won't die before the the due date or whatever, you know, whenever that is. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, we want to make as much money as possible so that I can get as many warhorses as I can, because the warhorse is really going to be the main reason why we gain in combat strength. That is literally the only reason, because if we can do that, we're going to have the ability to level up noble units, and they are going to make everything so much simpler for us. They really will, or at least that's the hope anyway. You know, that's the goal. That's the goal. Anyway, I will try to recruit some more people. Train troops for this guy. Okay, yeah, we could probably train some troops for you, sir. It's pretty easy to do that, I guess. I remember I used to not really enjoy the training troops quest. It used to always be a bit, I don't know, it just seemed a bit annoying to me. But now I'm a bit more on board about it. You know, it's not too bad. Okay, so we do have desert bandits around here. Don't really... Should we fight some? We could technically fight some, I suppose. They don't really have that many horses around here, which is actually kind of weird. Not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, let's just see what we have here. These are just regular units. They're not actually anything to write home about, but we do have a castle nearby. There is also a hideout. Is this a hideout quest? Oh no, train troops for this guy. Right, okay, well, let's just go over here. Oh, we've got 8 borrowed troops this time around. Ah, okay. I see how it is. So because we have even more space in our army, he's now taking full advantage of that, which I think is absolutely fine for him to do, of course. And hopefully I'll be able to get all of these. No, we only got 6 of them, unfortunate. Kind of wanted to get all 9 of them in there, but it's absolutely fine. We've got our first borrowed troop leveled up, which is actually not bad. Obviously, we would like a larger battle, please. I would like a much larger battle, but it doesn't seem as though we're actually going to get that. I might, you know what? Should I go in? No, I shouldn't go into the hideout with just those borrowed troops, should I? That's not going to be a good idea. No, that is not going to be a good idea at all. However, I might be able to find some larger bandit parties out in the desert here. Doesn't look that promising, surprisingly enough. I'm really weirded out by that, actually. Not sure what's going on with that, but anyway, let's just continue. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to level these guys, I think. Especially on groups of 5 bandits at any one time, you know. It's not really going to be that useful. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just chase after these 6. And then I will go to the nearby villages that are tied to the castle. And then we will move on. Oh, that's actually pretty good loot. Pretty good loot from that place. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. Anyway, yeah, everyone's creating armies right now because we obviously want to go on the offensive against whoever it is. It's probably the Southern Empire, I would assume. Someone like that. And we should probably go over to Sahel as well because there is a bunch of things that we can do here. I'm very much hoping that our forces will start to capture fiefs, because if they do actually capture fiefs or bring policies forward into the Senate, into the voting, then we can actually do that ourselves and we can participate in that and we can get a lot of charm skill from that, actually. Ooh, manual laborers. Hello, how many do you need? You need 16? Oh, okay. Do I have 16? I've got 4. Yes, what a classic, eh? What a classic. Ugh. Okay, well that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to really be able to do that too easily, so might not be something that I'm going to be able to do, but we'll try it, okay? We'll try it. So maybe I will need to go back to the Desert Bandit territory, which is not something I really want to do. I would much prefer to move forward into Vassal territory and see if we can just earn some more influence and experience and all that wonderful stuff going into Vassal battles. Because it's been some time since we've actually gotten into a large fight, and I would like to experience it. Unfortunately, it feels as though my red team are not having a great time of things here. However, I was able to eliminate this guy, and oh, maybe I'll be able to do a little bit more here. Yeah, this is going to be a bit troublesome. Nice. Oh, Canar. You do not know how to use a spear, sir. Yes, that was really, really bad for him. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to get killed here. Do I have thrown weapons? No. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have some problems here, potentially. I don't have any alternate weapon either, so it's not like I can just get off my mount and deal with this the old-fashioned way. No, I'm going to have to go you know, with pokey action. Not a big fan of that, to be honest, because I'd much prefer to just settle this as fast as possible. Ah, there we go. Nice little head stab right there. Hopefully we can get a bit more of those. I'm actually kind of surprised that I did 21 damage point blank with the spear. Don't have spear rework installed. Bear that in mind. Okay, can my red team actually do something? See, I think that's one of the main problems with the AI sometimes. They just generally don't really do too much in the tournaments. You know, if they have a spear, they generally are quite useless. As you can see, just completely, I carried that, okay? And you wouldn't think that I would be able to carry anything, but no, apparently I was able to do something quite nicely there. Anyway, the red team and the blue team are ganging up on the green team, so I can pretty much just sneak behind this fellow, and we can maybe do something. There we go, nice little hit there. I don't know how I missed that, but okay, apparently I did. What? What was that? Did you see that? That was hilarious. The red team member decided, you know what, I'm going to go and hit the yellow guy instead of hitting the guy that's right in front of me. That is real strange. Okay, well, we do have a sword this time, which is obviously going to make things much simpler for us. Or it should, yeah. As you can see, 98 damage. I mean, really, 98 damage from our first hit. No wonder he's dead now. Lying on the floor in the dust. That's exactly what we want him to be. And hopefully I'll be able to do this without getting skewered in the face. There we go, that was easy enough. Wow, that guy, wow, I don't even know. I don't even know what that guy was doing. He was sleeping on the job, I guess. Seemed like that. Okay, I've got to be a little bit careful here. My shield is not the largest, so need to make sure that I don't get completely murdered. Nice. He's got 1 HP. Or he should have 1 HP if he doesn't have any perks to increase his HP, but there you go. Another 6 renown. You've got to bear in mind, though, that these particular tournaments and gaining 6 renown here and there actually makes a pretty significant difference. And you may not think so. You may think, oh, you know, 6 renown. Oh, well, you know, who cares about 6 renown? And yeah, true. Who really does? I mean, 6 renown is not that much. However, if you are early on, like I am, in your playthrough, then it can actually be really useful. Okay, so let's have a look here. Minus 10% damage to your infantry from ranged troops when troops are sent to confront the enemy. Sure, why not? Let's go for something like that. What's this? Party morale, overburden. No, we're going to go for party morale speed increase, and we'll go for Sagittarius, or we could go for the 2% party speed increase. But I think I will go for Sagittarius. That, or in my opinion, that gives us a much greater bonus. Especially if we're going to be using a slightly more powerful bow in the near future too. Okay, so what's Mara doing? Mara should be heading in there. Okay, they are heading in. So let's help UNQID's... What actually happened right there? Did you see UNQID's army just completely obliterate these people? I'm gonna literally just do an auto-resolve. I don't see a point in actually doing anything else right here because they just completely murdered everyone. I'm not gonna get anything for it anyway, so I might as well just, you know, do the easiest thing for us and then just move on with the loot. And Iarlas actually died in that battle, hilariously enough, as well. Not sure how that even happened. This is Under Siege 2, so that's something to bear in mind. We should maybe head over there and see if we can help out a little bit. Let's just buy a couple more war mounts here. And there we have it. That was actually 4,200. Really? 4,200 is for that? Okay. Let's have a look and see what's going on here. Oh my. Okay, the Crusades are coming out in force. Alright, I'm not going to go over there. Thank you very much. That's a little bit too harsh for me. I wouldn't mind actually doing battle against some of these vassals though, but I have a feeling that Sylvan is going to be way too fast for us. Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let's see if we can... well, I mean, this is pretty simple. I'm not going to go into these fights that are just too easy, if you know what I mean, because basically if I go in here, it's just going to be, you know, foregone conclusion. You know, there's not going to be any tension at all in that. Although, to be fair, I could get killed. I could get killed in these situations. I'm going to take her prisoner just because, and we're just going to be leveling up everyone else with all our wonderful new horses and everything, if there are any actually that are, you know, benefiting from that. Hopefully there are some. And otherwise, we're just going to go into this village here and just recruit some noble units while we have the ability to do so. These guys are going to go down there, try and retake the town, I assume. Oh, yeah, and we can also vote for this. This is actually perfect. So, oh, they want to... No, don't give this to me. Oh, no. I really don't want this. Oh, dear. Okay, I can't do much about this. I guess I'll just try to earn as much charm skill as I can. Unfortunately, we have been granted this castle, which is really not very good. I mean, it's okay, because it does have 51 defenders in it, and I can technically take out all of these troops and then make them my own if we want to do that. You know, I could do that if I wanted to. And I think I might actually do a little bit of sorting, because I don't know whether you've noticed, but we actually have a couple of trading units and things like that, and I'd much prefer not to have those. So we're just going to kind of swap them around a little bit here. Get some Sword Sisters, Outriders, maybe Aserai Mamluk Cavalry, Infantry, and so on and so forth. All of those are going to be pretty decent for us. And we could also take some archers and things like that too. But yeah, this is not going to, in my opinion at least, this is probably not going to be that useful for us. And I don't really want to add any money to the treasury because I have a very, very sneaking suspicion that this is going to get taken pretty fast. So we should be a little bit careful with that and investing too much time in it. I'm going to just let it do its own thing. And if we have kept control of it over the course of this series, yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's literally already gotten besieged. So you can kind of tell exactly what's going on there. Anyway, I'm going to head on over into Desert Bandit territory, and I will try to capture as many people as possible because I do need more bandits. I obviously will not be able to just give... I won't be able to give these Imperials to the manual laborer person because that's not how it works. You need bandit units to be able to do that, unfortunately. So yeah, Desert Bandits will be my first port of call. I'm actually going to level up Scouting once again because Scouting seems to actually be the thing that I'm good at, surprisingly enough. And yes, otherwise we're just going to gain a bunch of those guys and then we'll make our way back into vassal territory. Needs help with brigands. That could be a perfect task for us. So I'm actually going to be taking that, but I will be doing this off screen. And with that, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.